Hi, and welcome to The Wellness Show. I'm your host, Stacey Spencer. In this series, we will be exploring the many ways people bring wellness into their lives. Creating wellness is a journey. Your mind, body, friends, family, and environment, all these things contribute to your sense of well-being. Here we will meet with people who devote themselves to pursuits they hope will inspire, create, and promote a sense of well-being in others. Come along for the journey. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're here with Rich Decker. He's going to show us how to work out anywhere, anytime with his fantastic workout truck. Wait till you see this. Here we are today with fitness veteran Rich Decker. Woo! So great to be with you, Rich.
Very nice to be with you, Stacey. How are you?
I'm great. Great.
Yeah.
Beautiful day on the beach.
Did you order it specifically just for today?
I think it's the energy. It comes with the whole workout.
Okay, the Halloween week.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you have been in the fitness industry for a long time.
I've been working out since I'm 14, so that's 41 years. And I've owned businesses out here since 1990, so 29 years in the Hamptons doing fitness.
Wow, long time. So tell me, at 14...
Not that long, jeez.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing to be around for a long time. We don't have to look at it as a negative thing. I think we need to embrace our experience.
Okay.
Right? So at 14, what were you doing in terms of fitness?
I was introduced to gyms by my older brother. Jay took me to my first gym, and that was it. I kind of worked out, felt real good, and I'm like, I'm going to get into this. And I did everything. Then you're a kid, you're doing sports, you're doing athletics. It's a lot easier when you're younger because we're active. It's as we get older, we need to find ways to maintain our activity and not become a couch potato or a desk jockey. Yes.
The Decker method, what is that?
We want to incorporate the perfect trifecta. And that's your spirit, always comes first, our body, and then our mind. It's kind of conditioning everything into discipline to aligning. So that's your athlete. Your professional athletes, the reason why they're out there, they know how to coincide with all three of those pretty much consistently throughout their time on the court or on the field. Citizens, our general public, if we get 2 out of 3, we're actually pretty good. When we're only working out of 1 out of 3, we're not doing too well. If you get to 3 out of 3, you're then almost like the amateur athlete. You're working out, you're training your body to tell the mind on how to activate the muscles. You just don't want to just move. You want to feel where it's functioning from, where it's created from. Your spirit gets involved because it gives you tenacity. Gets you to go further than you would ever want to go. That's your professional athlete. Always, when I train professional athletes, I'm always astonished by their ability to go that extra. And then they go. And it's like they just go into another, they disappear. You watch it's amazing. That's it. And
you created a type of fitness workout system at one point, right?
I was recovering from rotator cuff surgery, and they had you working on the physio balls. And anytime one of those balls moved too rapidly, it would be like an extreme amount of pain because your body, the shocks and the sensors would go through. And one of my clients at the time owned a foam manufacturing plant. So he enabled me to go in there, and I designed my own piece that we do 21 exercises in 21 minutes, and it was a pretty big hit for quite some time. We were in all the major retailers, all the retail fitness shows, and every pretty much magazine and publication as the hottest new fitness piece. That was right around 2000. It's 19 years ago. And we had the oil crisis, and shipping it kind of shipped itself out of the marketplace. But it's still actually around and still in a lot of gyms.
See what happens when you have an accident, you kind of have to figure out a way to help yourself heal. So something good came out of that for everyone.
Yeah, they say invention comes from necessity. That's how the truck was created. I closed my last facility. We were working outdoors in the woods. All my clients, we'd run on the trails, we'd tie things to trees, we'd use everything that was out there, from logs on the ground to anything we could get our hands on to work out with. But then as summer comes, nobody wants to be in the woods. Fear of ticks, it's hot, it's muggy. The fall and the spring, it's a little different. Winter, it's beautiful. So what do? How do we get to tie things? And I already own the truck. My friend owns a welding manufacturing company, so we decided let's just customize something that we could use as a gym.
Right, so tell me a little about the exercises we're going to do on the truck.
So the truck, basically we use resistant bands, TRX, a tool called the Gorilla Bow, which is a resistant band, a bungee run. So we're kind of using everything that starts out with zero resistance, so to speak, very light, and as you go through the movement, it gets very heavy. So that's training our body to use the muscles closest to the bone, our stabilization muscles, closest to the tendons where they just attach, and then as it gets heavier, we then enforce our major muscles. So now you're getting a more efficient workout. You know, when you see major athletes and stuff, the really, 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 really good ones, they're not in the gym throwing weights around. They enjoy their weight workout, they use it, but their specific training, they're doing ballet, they're doing Pilates, they're running, they're jumping, they're doing plyometrics, they're doing things because they need their body to respond. They also need the bulk to get through things, but you watch these guys perform, and they use primarily everything that I'm using on here, which has been around long before gyms. What you're gonna do, put one foot here and then a hand here, and then lean back and put your hand here, and then it's gonna help you. And now we're gonna give you the purple one. Push straight down.
Okay.
Down.
Okay.
All the way down. Now pull up. Go.
You had an accident at some point that changed your life.
I did. I was 25 years old. I had a motorcycle accident. Boca Raton, Florida, Interstate 95. I ended up living dead for a couple of days on life support. It's pronounced, yeah. And changed my life in a way that you just don't need to doubt anything that we really believe in or told to believe in. So I got to remove the doubt. I don't know anything more than anybody else other than what I got to see. So I don't have to be a non-believer or a believer. I just understand. So
that's great.
I don't recommend it for many.
And how do you translate that for your clients?
Okay, so when we look at each other, we get to see 1%, right? You look in the mirror, I look at you, you look at me, we look at the guy behind the camera, 1%. 99% of us is hidden to the human eye, senses, touch, feel. But all we believe in really is our 1% when we're looking at the 1%. So I try and get people, let's worry about the 99%. Let's start out from the inside of the muscles. Let's work the bone from the inside out, because it's how you feel ultimately is what you're going to reveal, right? And that's generally, if you go around the general public and you see people who are in decent condition, likelihood of their feeling good about themselves is going to be pretty high. Some people are going to be genetically just blessed, but they're going to put in the effort because they feel good. And those who do not have the appearance that it reflects definitely inside to what they got going on. So it's meditative practices. It's good to just that whole mind, body, spirit. Meditation. Wake up your spirit and your source, your soul, before you wake up your mind. So before you do anything in the course of your day, as soon as you get up, 5 minutes of stretching, 5 minutes of breathing, and 5 minutes of resistance exercise. No cell phone, no email. 15 minutes to wake up this before you wake up this. So it seems to work.
Yeah, that's kind of becoming a little bit more mainstream now, thankfully, right?
Yeah, there's definitely a shift, a spiritual awakening shift. People are becoming more aware that meditation is actually beneficial to your overall health. It's basically just slowing down your mind. When we were involved, in our mom's belly, our first major organ that came to us was our heart. The last major organ that came to us was our brain. But society has taught us to lead with our brain. Think fast, move fast, get it done. But if you live from your heart and dictate to how the brain works, because scientifically, people are brain dead in hospitals and institutions throughout the states from drug overdoses, car accidents, any, regular disease. Nobody's heart dead. And without the use of a machine, like my heart stopped. They had to give me a machine to artificially keep me alive, or else I'm not here. So scientifically, that was good. But there are a lot of people just sitting in institutions, brain dead, who are completely functional, other than this is gone. Brain, but realize all is negative. Heart, hear everything and realize truth. Simple.
Beautiful.
Yeah, simple. So beautiful is simple, right?
Yes. Now you've written a book.
Yes. Written a book, just got it back from the illustrators and editors, Giving New Meaning, 26 words and ways to transform your life. So we take 26 common words that are used every day, and we look at the English dictionary, what the physical definition of the word is. And then we take an acronym and put a vibrational meaning behind the word, because basically a lot of times we use our words to deceive, to deliver, to get what we want, by basically the physical definition. So like the word allow is to give permission. The acronym is all love, leave out worries. And if you could apply that, because when was the last time you allowed somebody to break your heart? You allowed somebody to not pay you back a loan. You allowed somebody to not meet at the appointment. We get upset with other people's behavior. So if we find a way to have all love and leave out worries and understand that that's their behavior, we get to allow them to be who they are. We no longer get agitated. Because stress is the beginning of all our infections and our diseases. So how do we stay at peace? Like ocean is in the book. Openness can erase all negativity. And I think if you interview and talk to a lot of people, your friends, when they're going through hardship, financial, relationship, kids problems, we all come here. We all walk the beach to clear, to erase, to understand. You know, but ocean in the dictionary is a large body of water. I like the vibrational meaning because you got physical to non-physical. We survive on the non-physical. We don't understand what's keeping us going on in here. Scientifically, they could cut us open, but on a daily basis, if we had to figure out, we would never leave our house. We have a tough time leaving our house to make an appointment. We got to say we got to beat, blood, pump, veins, arteries, cell replacements. No. So, and non-physical, we exist on air. Yet we believe in things we got to touch, see, and feel. The book is trying to get you to go more vibrationally and less reality. Because reality is perception. It's kind of like limited, and vibration just expands.
I love that. And it's a manual. It sounds like it really tells you exactly what to do, how to shift your mind. You don't have to read volumes and volumes, it's just right there.
Yeah, you have a word,
yeah,
definition, acronym, couple of pages based on the word, and then 5 exercises you could do on how to apply that word into your life. Each word has that, so it's like a homework. So you get to like, what were 5 instances I didn't allow something. You know, was it my divorce? Was it, my job? Was it something with my kids? But then when you found and you get to apply that, now you get to release it, let it go. And then you get a little bit lighter.
Perfect. It's better than therapy.
We hope. I think everything's better than therapy. This is therapy.
And it looks a lot more fun. We can be outside by the water. What's better than that?
Anytime you can work outside, your spirituality grows. It just naturally happens. We're grounded. We're close to the earth. Our stress gets diminished. The breathing is so much better than breathing inside, gym air, other people's germs, whatever. hygiene. The sunlight, the vitamin D. The benefits, it goes, we could be here for hours just talking about the benefits of why you should be outside. And then cost effectiveness. You're going outside, you don't need a gym membership and you don't need a truck either. You could be doing your own things. But people like the accessories that we get to supply when you do it. But yeah, being outdoors, and we do it all winter. I was out last year, it was 19 degrees out, we were working out. As long as you get somewhere where there's no wind and the sun's hitting you, you're bound to a t-shirt within the first 20 minutes because you're sweating. It's like skiing, you get hot, you're sweating,
Oh, good. So later I want you to show me some of those moves you can do around the house when it gets a little bit cooler. Just things you can use at home to get yourself a good workout when it's a little bit cooler and we don't have access to you.
First thing you could do, take your remote control for your TV and put it in the furthest room of your house. So every time you got to change the TV, you got to walk 30 or 40 steps to get it, change it, and then bring it back. You're not going to squat in between like on the ground. You get a double squat. Yeah, you feel that.
Let's do that.
There you go. And then take that little wireless phone you have and put it in your attic or your basement, your crawl space, so you could do some crawling lunges to get it when it rings. See, we've made everything too easy, right? We made everything like right here. So when we were growing up, the phone rang, somebody ran down the hall to get it, and it had a cord. Then they made the longer cords. They always got tangled up. You didn't have a remote control, and you did not get up to change the channel because your father would smack your hand or something. It ain't happening. It was like, so just the actual movement. We don't have to get up to turn lights on anymore. We clap on, clap off. Society's made it pretty easy for us to be kind of lazy. Yeah, technologically, right. So yeah, that's the funniest thing.
So now we got to try.
Yeah, one of my campaigns we did 2 years ago all over the radio stations was a Leave the Lights On campaign. And basically it's working out till you feel good enough about your body that you can leave your lights on in your house when you're doing adult stuff. And everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. Like, you can't say, why not? You leave the lights on. Feel good about you. Because again, it's how you feel what you're going to reveal. Physicality is changing. That we're designed to do that, right? Life is the STD of sex. It's a terminal disease. When nobody's making it out alive, your physicality is going to change. But if you feel good, you're always gonna look good. Because you're not worrying about what somebody else is thinking about how you look, right?
That's the goal.
I hope. If I was the creator of the universe, I would say, here you go. Here's your expiration date.
Yeah.
Like it's on the milk containers, it's on anything we buy, because then if people knew, okay, I have 40 years, I'm done. I have 90, I have a little more time. Oh shit, I have 3. I'm gonna die as an infant. It would be such a fair thing. But that's how God plays a trick on all of us. So the universe is source.
So much more to that.
Yeah, but the source just plays a trick on everybody. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you think that life is forever, but it's really not. But if you love instinctively, you forever evolve, and that's how. Come on!
Oh, kill me!
I cheat.
Oh my God.
Burpee. Now you got her with me. Squat and then jump over. Chest forward. All right, now.